First of all, before I go to look at social media, I want to look at just the classic traditional press and go to front page of one of the main papers in France, Aujourd'hui in France, Today in France, also known as Le Parisien, the Paris paper. And there you can see their headline, Attaque à Strasbourg, attack in Strasbourg, with the shock pictures of security and emergency forces working with those beautiful Christmas lights there. I want to go to another headline in the east of the country, a paper, Libération Champagne, which would be in the east of the country, and their picture and their headline, L'horreur au marché du Noël, so the horror in the Christmas market. And you have this incredible situation of just 2 weeks before the 24th of December, which is Christmas Eve, and when French people celebrate Christmas, you have this violence. 2 million people expected to attend this market over the coming days. It's one of the biggest in Europe, dates back to the 16th century. One of the other local papers is Les Dernières Nouvelles d'Alsace. It's been having a live blog through the last 8 hours or so, and there you can see the headline, 350 people are taking part in the manhunt currently for this suspect. The 29th.
You can imagine that this will be the top story across all of the papers in France. And what about online as well? Online,
the person who's been tweeting, Christophe Castaner, the Interior Minister, there, he is saying that we are going to raise security level to the maximum now. There you can see the Vigipirate plan will be raised to urgency status, and the borders will be, security checks at the borders will be beefed up. For a trad on that, Kim Wilshire, who's one of the correspondents for the LA Times and The Guardian here in Paris, she has defined his term urgence attaque as an attack urgency level. So that's the highest level with the gunman on the loose, and as she says, 350 security forces out for him, Charlie.
And the mayor of Strasbourg has been speaking out online as well.
He has. His name is Roland Ruiz, and that's his Twitter page. You can see very clearly there the motto for the city, Strasbourg, capital of Christmas. And he said that in his talks with the Interior Minister, Christophe Castaner, that all the Christmas market will be closed this Wednesday. All cultural events will be cancelled. Flags will fly at half-mast. There will be a buck of condolences. Schools, there's a whole question about schools, and the decision in Strasbourg is actually for parents to decide whether they want their children to go to school. At this point, with the police, we know that the centre of the city is cut off more or less half of it. So people have access points out. It's now turning from the middle of the night now to very early morning. So some people are actually contemplating going back if they can. Much of the city in lockdown, and that map shows us really the one area that is in lockdown.
We see a lot of government officials and agencies really utilizing social media to get the word out to citizens about what they should do next, it looks like.
Indeed. And key, of course, to Strasbourg is the European Parliament building, and huge quantities of people who live there. 2,000 people were holed up over the last few hours. They've now, most of them, been allowed to leave the European Parliament building. This is one person who's there saying, after a few hours of containment, I was allowed to eventually leave. Thanks for all those kind messages and friends. And if we scroll down, we can actually see the building there with, during the night, the President of the European Parliament, Antonio Tajani, actually had a live blog of just the people sitting within the Parliament itself. His message, we can go to his tweet, it was very much, the European Parliament will continue business. We will defeat terrorism against those who want to attack our way of life. The European Parliament continues its work. Of course, this terror situation has come up before in France. We've had the Bataclan, Charlie Hebdo, Nice, even 6 years ago in Toulouse and Montauban in the south of the country with Mohamed Merah. There's a whole series of events. And so what we will see over the coming days, hopefully, that this person will be captured and that there will be a period of mourning and grief. And that's beginning online. You can see there with this broken heart icon, the prayer icon, Strasbourg, a candle for Strasbourg. And I mean, it does break your heart. Lots of love for the Christmas capital. Strasbourg, very much associated with this time of year, with Christmas.
A lot of people taking to social media to express their sadness about this event, it looks like. Nick Rushworth, thank you so much for giving us a look at how this story is being covered online.